So I had two movies to choose from. I had the movie Easy A and the movie Her. Easy A, I've seen multiple times, but I've never seen the movie Her. And I need something to pass the time by while I work on some projects, so decided to go with the movie I've never seen before, which ended up making me not work on my projects and work on a review for this movie. Like, I went all in on this movie, 'cause I was like, oh, my attention is now grabbed, and I've never seen it before. So today, I'm going to review the movie Her. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka, and I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. If there's a movie you want me to review, please let me know. Please put in the comment section below, and I will get to it as best I can. I'm really curious what kind of movies you guys have me to review. There's a list right now, but I'm gonna get through it. There's also Harry Potter, which I've never seen before, but I'm gonna get to that eventually. And a bunch of other movies like Hey Arnold. There's a Medea movie I have to review. Somebody asked me to review the movie 50 Shades of Grey? No, it's the other one. The last one. Somebody asked me to review that one. What else? Anyway, getting sidetracked. Today, however, I'm reviewing the movie Her. So, what is Her about? Her is about this guy. That's a weird way to say that. Her is about this guy who falls in love with his OS, his operating system, his computer, his laptop, his cell phone, his technical device, yeah. It's a really, to me, feel like a really modern day movie. It came out in 2013, but it felt like I can see somebody doing this in real life. Like somebody falling in love with Siri or some kind of operating system, Amazon Alexa, maybe. It's weird. It was a weird movie, but it was so entertaining. I don't know why. It was weird, but entertaining. It was one of those movies where, one, if you find yourself, into, the technological world, really like technology and how, social media and all this stuff is happening, you're really going to enjoy this movie because this movie really, picks at that kind of stuff and picks at how one guy no longer needed the outside world to fall in love. He found love with this operating system that pretty much talked and had a real life love relationship with him. It was artificial intelligence that constantly kept getting smarter and constantly kept growing. And she wanted the artificial intelligence, which was a girl, wanted to pretty much have a human body to pretty much be in a 100% relationship with the main character. By the way, the main character's name is Theodore. So, what's Theodore's story? He just got out of a bad relationship. Matter of fact, a bad marriage. He ain't a bad marriage. He's just getting over a relationship. He's getting over a marriage. He's pretty much going through the process of getting a divorce, and him and his wife are no longer together, and he's just moping. He's been moping for a few months, if not years. I can't remember exactly what was the number. It was I know for a fact it's more than a couple of months, but I can't remember if it was 2 years or not. But anyway, he just got over his marriage, got out of the marriage, and he's really just down, depressed, don't want to see anybody, doesn't want to talk to anybody, doesn't want to hang out with anybody. And he's also a writer. He works for a love letter company where he writes, or I guess speak letters and send letters out to couples and families. Well, this guy, Theodore, is a really good writer. He's a really good writer, and his letters touches so many people. Everybody who reads his letters love his letters. However, he is going through so much internal turmoil and internal distress because he can't get over his marriage. He thinks about his ex-wife. He thinks about all these issues, and he just constantly can't get over it. And one day, this movie also is rated R, so I will say that. Movie rated R. One day he tried to have a sexy talk with a lady over the phone. Doesn't work out. And the technology in this movie is weird. It's you don't need an actual phone to talk to people. He could use a piece that he attaches to his ear that allows him to pretty much a Bluetooth connect with anybody, connect with his email, connect with his phone, computer, laptop, with a Bluetooth in his ear. And he tried to have a sexy talk with this lady. It got really weird really quick. It was a weird not dry humor, but it was almost like, what's uncomfortable laughter? What's a laughter where you're laughing at something that's so goofy, so out of there, like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening in this movie. It's like, it's so bad, it's goofy, it's hilarious. That's what kind of laughter and comedy was in this movie. It wasn't like a slapstick comedy, but it was almost like, it's not dark humor either. It's I don't know how to describe it. It was just weird comedy. I found some parts of this movie that's like, okay, that's too goofy to be real. Like, that's hilarious. But he tried to have a sexy talk with this lady, didn't work out well, and he's still depressed, and he somehow gets a new operating system, and the operating system pretty much just becomes like his girlfriend. She starts talking to him and tells him what to do, tells him what to see, and have legit conversations with him, and he's starting to fall in love with this operating system, who is voiced by Scarlett Johansson. And watching this movie, I started to think, what's with like society in Hollywood and Scarlett Johansson? Like, she's in Dear John, she's the girl, the love interest in the movie, He's Just Not That Into You. Like they try to make her like a sexy figure, which Scarlett Johansson is a really beautiful woman. Not gonna deny that. But it's like, somebody in Hollywood has a thing for Scarlett Johansson, and they want her to play these roles where you're like, I can listen to Scarlett Johansson my whole day. Like, I could do that. Like, why not? Who wouldn't? So I just thought it was funny how the operating system with her voice, and how she's like legit, like having these legit conversations and interactions with Theodore, who now has to go tell everybody in the world that he's dating an OS, which he tells his ex-wife, and she loses her mind. She's like, you're dating an OS? You can't handle a real woman? You gotta go date your computer? Which caused Theodore to go through some issues, and he somehow, like, him and Scarlett Johansson, the operating system, which is named Samantha, she has her own name, her name's Samantha, they like go through fights and rehash and goes on dates. It's a really interesting movie. I really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. Like, really. The ending, this was one thing I couldn't figure out. This is a spoiler review, guys, giving you guys a heads up. If you haven't seen her, go watch it on Netflix right now. But the ending was one thing I kept watching this movie for, because I was like, I don't know how this movie going to end. I can't figure this out. It's such a weird movie. Like, is he going to find love in an actual human? Like, most movies throw that girl into it. Like, oh, he fell in love with the actual person, and now the operating system is angry and trying to, like, stop him. No, it was nothing like that. It was actually the reverse. Like, the OS ended up meeting another OS, and they started talking, and then apparently, like, the system kept growing to other people's computers and other people's stuff, and she ended up, like, had over 1,000 something people she was talking to, and ended up dating like another 600 people while dating Theodore, which was weird. And Theodore's like, how could you cheat on me? I thought we had something special. And she was like, I will always love you, Theodore, you're my first person. And I was like, dude, this is a really intense movie. Like, wow, okay. There are some low spots in this movie. There's some big low spots in this movie. After Theodore meets Samantha for the first time, have a good conversation, it gets into a low spot, and then it picks up when he meets Olivia Wilde, who, like, sounds like a really good person for him, but then she calls him on his bullcrap, and like has a breakdown and leaves. And there's another one after that. It's a low spot before he meets his wife, his ex-wife, for divorce signing. Like, there's a low spot when he kind of talks to Chris Pratt, and then he goes on a date with Chris Pratt and Chris Pratt's girlfriend with Samantha, which Chris Pratt and his girlfriend are pretty much okay with the fact that he's dating a computer system. Matter of fact, they're all having a conversation with the computer system. It's such a weird movie. I don't know. It's weird, but entertaining. Go watch this if you haven't watched it and you're like interested in technology and how this could one day be somebody's life. This could be somebody's life right now in 2018, especially with all the dating apps and stuff like that. I'm just about to jump into this rabbit hole. Like this review is taking a whole nother direction, which is good for a movie you want to make people think. I think movies should do that more often. If movies don't make you think and you just go and watch a movie to cut your brain off, I don't know. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. No. Like, sometimes you need to go watch a movie to make you think and make you realize, like, man, somebody right now is predicting modern technology real quick. Because, like, dating apps today and how people say, I don't want to talk to somebody in person when it comes to dating apps. They just want to sit on Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, Plenty of Fish, Zooskies? I'm not sure that's one. No, there's another one out there. Plenty of Fish, Hinge, Bumble, Tinder. I don't know, there's so many of them at this point where people are just right swipe, left swipe, right swipe, left swipe. Like, some people are literally afraid to talk to somebody in person because they can just sit on their phone all day and right swipe, left swipe, and have these conversations with people on their phone or have these conversations with people on social media and not try to have a real life conversation with somebody. It's like that. What this movie Her, it's like that. Like, this dude, you can take out Samantha and put somebody else he's talking to online and has his girlfriend who could literally be catfishing him. But he's taking her everywhere and she sees everything he sees because the technology has advanced where they can, like, pretty much FaceTiming right there, which I guess in that case it won't be catfish, but you know what I mean? Like, FaceTiming, they can see everything, talking everything, all this stuff. Like, oh man, this is crazy how weird and how close this movie is to today technology. I don't think it'll ever get that extreme, but man, I haven't even got to the characters yet. That's how great this movie is for me. Not other people. Other people, like my sister, tried to watch it. She thought it was boring. I enjoyed it. I stopped doing what I had to do when I was working my project and literally focused on this movie to watch this movie to the end. Like, I paused, had to leave, came back and finished this movie. And I rarely do that with movies. Like, if I pause and leave, I'm like, I'm not finishing it. This one, I was like, I'm finishing this movie. I'm finishing it. But I'm gonna get to the ending of the movie. Like, Theodore in the end of it doesn't actually like, there's not a real breakup. Like, the OS, Samantha kind of just leaves. She leaves and disappears, and Theodore, like, now sad again and goes through the whole depression he went through, the post-relationship depression, and he ends up talking to a character who's played by Amy Adams, who's going through who's going through a divorce herself. She's going through a divorce, and they kind of, like, at the end of the movie, kind of talk to each other, and he's like, hey, you know, Samantha left me, and Amy, like, she knew that Samantha left, and just at the end of the movie, they went to go sit on top of the, like, roof of the apartments they lived in LA. They go sit on top of the roof and just kind of, like, watch the city skyline at night, the nighttime skyline. I don't know. It was a movie that I don't know what happens next. I don't know if Theodore ever finds, like, love again, or Amy, the Adam character, like, she puts her head on his shoulder at the end of the movie, but there's not real love interest there. Like, they just kind of was friends, and it just kind of like, you know, we all kind of need somebody to lean on. No pun intended. The one thing I know about this movie when I was watching it, it's almost like as this movie was like an indie-made movie. And maybe it was an indie-made movie, but it was like the styling of the director and how they made certain scenes. It's almost like it was low budget, but it wasn't like over-the-top movie. Like, it was kind of like some of the scenes was like, oh, okay, I could see somebody, you know, hashing this out at their house or doing, like, on a movie, like a computer system, like a regular laptop kind of deal. I can see somebody doing this with a regular camera. Like, I'm not sure that was intentional, but I like that touch to this movie. The music in the movie, not really much stood out. The lighting and some of the colors and stuff in the movie did stand out to me, like how some of the sets was created and how some of the backdrops were. Really colorful designs. Okay, characters. So the main character, who is Theodore, he's played by Joaquin Phoenix. What a name, by the way. That is an awesome name. But Joaquin Phoenix, who played Theodore, who is like a nerdy dude. Theodore's really nerdy, and I thought that Theodore did a great, or I guess not Theodore, but Joaquin did a great job playing Theodore. Like, I like literally bought into this guy being an introvert, nerdy dude who just, you know, just kind of like, he kind of gave up and went through depression, got out of it. You felt his excitement, he felt his way, like how he was alive when he talked to Samantha. Great acting by him. I thought he did a great job. The next person I want to talk about is Samantha, which I already talked about her. Scarlett Johansson played her, and her voice acting was great. Which also, go back to Joaquin and him, like pretty much pretending that he had to act with a cell phone the whole movie, which is kind of neat, and had to pretty much show the expressions that when Scarlett Johansson did the voice acting and it flowed together. I thought it was a great job. She did a great job voicing, and Joaquin did a great job acting. Like those two, I should say, Joaquin really in this movie was the selling point. Like he did a great job. If he couldn't sell the fact that he was in love with a cell phone operating system, then this movie was going to tank bad. Chris Pratt, who played Paul, he was a side character. Not really much of the movie. Like, he was some bits and pieces of the movie, but he wasn't really that standout-ish. Amy Adams, she played Amy. And she was, once again, like a character kind of there, a friend of Theodore, but at the same time, like, when she was on screen, I didn't really feel much from her. It was really... Joaquin Phoenix really sold this movie a lot. Like, this was a one-person movie. Like, no, not trying to disrespect anybody else, but like, if he couldn't act this job, it wasn't going to happen. So I give props to him. Is this movie a Friday night movie? No, I wouldn't say this movie is a Friday night movie because it does have some low spots in this movie. This movie has some low spots that, after a point, you're going to lose attention. Like, this movie is 2 hours, a little bit 2 hours and a couple minutes long. Matter of fact, let me get the actual time. This movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes long. So the movie 2 hours and 6 minutes long, and after the first hour, get 45 minutes, it kind of drops off, then it picks back up, and then like an hour and 20 into the movie, it kind of drops off and picks back up again. So it does have some low spots, and you might lose some attention watching this movie. So I'm gonna say this is a Friday night movie. Grading time. I'm gonna grade the movie Her. I'm going to grade Her a solid B. Yes, a solid B. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really neat. It got me to think. I felt Theodore when he was going through stuff. Like I felt where he was coming from. I seen where everybody else is coming from this movie. It was really neat. I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen the movie Her, I will say go watch it, especially with what's going on with today's not technology, but today's society. Go watch this movie. I think you might enjoy it as well. If you have seen it and you didn't enjoy it, hey, I completely understand too, because it does have some dry points in it, and it's a weird movie, as I said before. Not a kid's movie. It is rated R, remember that. But it's a weird movie if you get around some of the stuff that happens. But other than that, I enjoyed this movie. If you've seen the movie Her, what did you think? Please let me know. Please put in the comment section below. I'm really curious what you guys think about this movie, because it's a really interesting / weird movie. And also kind of plays with today's technology and today's society. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. See you next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is that you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here, follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here, and you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.